That's what I'm talking about. I want that as like my backyard. I want there to be like fucking vines over a natural rock cliff.
Oh my god. This doesn't even make sense.
Is that a fucking tower?
Yo, 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 yo. It's your girl, Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the full moon in Gemini reading. Coming at you live from Honolulu this Sagittarius season. I hope you can see me. I'm doing this, I'm losing lighting, so yes, this will be a quick one. I love you guys, but I wanted to give it to you. And I love this shot in front of the roots because full moons, as you know, are about releasing. And when it comes to Gemini, Gemini is I think, and then its axis, Sagittarius, is I understand, which is a higher octave than thinking. Understanding is a higher octave than thinking. And I hope you can hear the waterfall in the background. I'm gonna try to get a couple of shots of that for you. But when it comes to thinking, we gotta talk about our roots. And we gotta talk about the root of our thought, the root process. And Gemini is programming. It's small-mindedness at a very, low level octave vibration. It can be indoctrination, thinking, like what needs to be released, what about thought processes needs to be released, tribalism, nationalism, really the idea of embracing the truth of the human race versus the what you are and who you are and blah blah, all of this and that. And so y'all already know Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/JustJEverything, TikTok at JustJEverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website JustJEverything.com. As I'm doing this, I realize like timing is a thing. This is not the right timing for this. This is not the right even like setting for this, but I just wanted to like come out and like give you the goods. So I'm giving you the goods. I love you. BRB. You'll see me in a different clip. Y'all, never ignore your instinct. In that moment, when you saw where I was like, this isn't the right timing, something is off. It turns out, the street that we were parked on, there were other cars that were parked on that same street. All of the cars got broken into, except for ours, because I felt something. And I listened to my fucking instinct. Do not ignore your instincts. And it's funny that we're talking about thought, because just the thought, the inkling of the thought, us needing to learn the difference between like our fear and trauma responses versus our actual instincts. Bruh, BRB. Light it if you got it. So We pull up to this spot. My best friend Kevin, y'all will eventually meet him, decides that this is the place. If you know, you know. This is the place we're gonna get out and film. And there's some like gorgeous jungle area. It was just beautiful. I just woke up, so excuse my bags under my eyes. We get out there and we see this person we see this like lady with cops. And we're like, oh shit, is there a problem? Do we need to be worried about like parking here? Blah, blah, blah. Cop drives off. We talk to the people and we're like, oh, what happened? You know, did you get a ticket? And she was like, no, my car got broken into. And there was another car in front of us, like when we parked there, when we got there. And as I was filming that, when y'all saw me like, the timing is off, something is up, right after I hit stop, I saw multiple people walking towards me that were not my friend. And so I was like, oh, Kevin, like called out. And it wasn't them. So I was like, I just got spooked out. And we left. And when we came out, welcome to Hawaii. Roosters crowing all the time. Why are my bags bagging so much right now? Enjoy the roots. Sorry as I work my ADHD out. So I pack up, I leave, I get to the car. I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here. And then the people that I saw in front of me were like, yo, did y'all's cars get broken into? Blah, 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 blah. We stay with them while they call the cops or whatever. Never deny that never deny that y'all 222, it's masterful. Y'all got to see me experience it. Y'all got to see me feel it real time. I was just like, no, this isn't it. And it kept us from getting our car broken into. Here's your sign. So, the links to everything are in the description box below. I'm filming again by Roots, and it's funny because I keep hearing parents scolding children. And that's what we were talking about, like the roots of our thinking, the roots of our thought process and where it comes from. And it has everything to do with our parental units. What thought process did your mom give you, or that your dad gave you, that you're still holding on to, that you're still like valuing and carrying on as an adult? And it's funny that we're talking about Gemini, I think, and then we move into Cancer, I feel. And Cancer is the mother, Cancer is the roots, Cancer is parents. And so, yes, I know that the roots and stuff are with Cancer, but like this is like the roots of your thoughts, which is a response to Taurus energy. What you have. Did you have a healthy or positive or productive parental unit? Did you have a good mom, a good dad? Did you have a good upbringing? What are the things that you have? The things that you have determine your thought process. So, all right. And I want to dive more into that, like, because we were taught nationalism, we were taught tribalism, we were taught, you know, the Pledge of Allegiance, we were taught all these things, and it wasn't ours. That's a response to someone else's stuff. That's a response to someone else's values and someone else's perspectives. So, the truth of the matter, and science says that we are a human race. We are a human race. There is no such thing as white and black and whatever, Asian and Polynesian and all this. Like, we are a human race. I could be genetically closer to someone that's lily white, as we say in the black community, than someone that is, you know, African. You know, like it's your genetic makeup. It's not about your skin tone or your skin color. And we're releasing that small-mindedness. We are releasing those outdated concepts. So, this full moon, this time to release, is happening on November 27th, 2023 at 2:16 a.m. Mountain Time, 4:16 a.m. Eastern Time. And it's happening at 4 degrees Gemini. And you know I gotta hit you with the handy dandy. We don't fuck around. So 4 degrees Gemini. Keep in mind that this is online, so you can look up, you can look this up online. Just Google Inside Degrees by Elias Lonsdale and it'll pop up. Come through, Gemini. All right, the last. And I'm gonna get a little closer just in case. The audio was great last time, the last video, and I had a whole waterfall in the background, so. Elias Lonsdale's description of the 4th degree of Gemini is an island just visible off the coast. I'm on an island, y'all. That's not a coincidence. What is coincidence? An island just visible off the coast, and I literally just had that experience. When the future is alive, all of its many dimensions flourish in a world away from the commonly mapped out standard territory. The inward twin is given free rein to picture and dream into, and even open the space towards what can be and shall be in more vibrant worlds to come. The outward twin carries on as ever in the accustomed role of maintaining the status quo. But so little energy is given to this one, and so much life force is funneled into sensing new worlds and exploring all the amazing places which these new worlds spark on the inside of the soul, timelessly and authentically. He's talking about the outward twin, the external persona that you project, the external version of you, your rising, the ascendant energy, carries on as ever in the accustomed role of maintaining the status quo, our like autopilot. But so little energy is given to that version, to that twin, to that rising, to that ascendant energy. And so much life force is funneled into sensing new worlds and exploring all the amazing places which these new worlds spark on the inside of the soul, timelessly and authentically. And that's what we're letting go of. We're letting go of how much energy we give to maintaining the status quo. We need to be funneling our energy, our life force, into sensing new worlds and exploring all the amazing places which these new worlds spark on the inside of the soul. I feel like this Sagittarius season is like awakening our minds to the, like, we don't have to stay where you are. You don't have to be where you're at. You can do fucking anything. I'm in Hawaii right now. And I was so reluctant. To like leaving my comfort zone. So I'm gonna try not to flash you and give you as much of these roots as I can give. And so I've got some questions that I wanna pull. I wanna ask, I brought 2 decks with me. My regular tarot, my regular Rider-Waite, and the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. I told you it's like my new favorite. Ooh, and I love on the bottom, just breathe. The air quality out here is so much better than in Salt Lake. I think it's probably just so much better in just like this part of the world. The culture of it all, the shift. It's really, really beautiful. Just breathe. And so, since there is a lot that we are releasing. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Y'all know I just be letting God just do what you do. Excuse me, I'm trying not to flash y'all, but I don't want to hold this cigarette anymore. But I ain't no litter bug, and I hope you aren't either. So, in the very like lowest vibration of, damn, I got a blister on my foot from last night. We was walking, y'all. We were walking. I broke in a brand new pair of shoes. Look at that. That sucks. Anyway. Gemini is thinking, I think. Gemini is the mind. It is communication and relating. It's the sibling relationship. It's interacting. It's the birthplace of relationship to the other. It's the first archetype where the relationship to the other is really like initiated. And so low-mindedness and small thinking starts there, and we leave off with a mind that can grasp multitudes, you know? And so, what are we being small-minded about? Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for all that you've done, all that you're going to do. Asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for this full moon in Gemini. What do we, please show us, reveal the truth to us. What are we being small-minded about? Feels so fucking good out here. What are we being small-minded about? Two things: healing and crown chakra. So we are being small-minded about I feel like we don't realize just how much we can heal with the power of our mind. Just how much we can heal with the healing of our concept of what you actually are. When you realize that you're a spirit and what it means to be a spirit, having a human experience, a spirit inside of a body. This body is just, this flesh suit is just a vehicle. And when you realize all that it's capable of, you won't be so small-minded about what it is that you are in control of, which is, or what you have dominion over. And what you have dominion over is your mind and your physical body. So there is something here about understanding like you can heal way more than you are giving yourself credit for. You have the power to break your chains, to break the chains off of your spirit and off of your crown chakra, which is where this is the source that like cosmic energy and downloads come to us down through the crown chakra into the third eye. And I feel like we don't realize how big this is. We're downplaying this. So I feel like this is a call for us to be doing more research on the power of affirmations, doing more research on understanding, like, even this feels like psycho-cybernetics. and diving deeper into understanding the power of your subconscious mind, the power of your programming, and how it impacts your thinking, how it impacts your ability to heal, how it impacts your ability to heal your mind and therefore heal your body, and therefore heal the access point that the divine can like drop in on you. I feel like your mind, a lot of us are viewing our access to the divine as this like Pandora's box, and we're afraid to open it because there's just all this power there. We're afraid to like really open Pandora's box, or like, what is your Pandora's box? What is the seed of your self-doubt, or your limitation? What is it that you think that you can't do, and who put that thought there that you can't do it? And what thoughts do you keep thinking that reinforce it? Bottom of the deck, teach. Some of you are being small-minded about your role as a teacher, your role as a mentor. Some of you are in conflict with the fact that, yeah, you're supposed to be teaching. Yeah, you're supposed to be providing some kind of a service that involves you giving your wisdom, giving your insight, speaking. This is very Gemini. So we are being small-minded. I think about like, oh, on the flip side of that, I feel like some of us are being taught by people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Some of us are being like, even all this like following the celebrities and all of that shit's about to fall away, y'all. I'm telling you. The veil is being lifted. The people want authenticity. The people want realness. The people want people who are living in the fucking real world, who are doing real world shit, not just this like elitist predator class bullshit. The fake, we were just in the mall. I was like telling my friends, like, Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, Balenciaga, all of this stuff, like that shit, I feel like come 5-10 years from now, only the elite, if that even is still around, will be keeping those businesses open. We don't want that shit anymore. It's not real. And it's barely even quality. So the superficial facade, spray tan, fucking aspect of life, like all of that shit, it's getting ready to crumble. People are hungry for real. Anyway. And when we're talking about the Gemini Sagittarius axis, we're talking about going from thinking, evolving our thinking into understanding. And so what old understanding needs to be released? We have some kind of understanding of something that is like a farce, or that is outdated in some sort of way. So what old understanding? Simply love. Fuck. Our understanding of love. And then on the bottom we have 15, master, which is the devil. So I feel like our understanding of like what you think masterful love is, what you think. I think a lot of us, our concept of love and relationship is actually a prison. And even like on the opposite of that, for people like me, a lot of times I view relationships as a prison when it actually is just love. And so wherever you fall on that spectrum, I feel like there is something here about welcoming in a new understanding of love, of parenthood, of like the different kinds of love, like parental love, co-worker love, platonic love. Like love, romance, connection is everywhere. We don't need to be putting these relationships in a cage or in a box. The same way we don't need to make small or make light of God, because that's what we're doing, is putting God in a box, and we try to define what it is and what they are and what they're supposed to be and their divine wantings and all of this stuff. And it's just like, Stop putting God in a box, and you'll stop putting love in a box, and love will stop putting you in a box. What do we need to think more about? What do we need to think more about? Like, we think we know this thing, but nah, we need to think more about that. Our darkest fears. And then the Ace of Cups. And so it's whenever I say your darkest fears, whatever sparks that, it's number 9. So there's an ending in your understanding of the things that you're afraid of. It's funny because for me, like, a lot of my darkest fears was like leaving my house and leaving my comfort zone and exploring what happens. Like, is everything gonna fall apart? Am I gonna still be able to do everything that I need to do if I'm not staring at it and looking at it? And can I give myself freedom but also it's like, I feel like some of us are encountering our darkest fears, and they're starting to teach us, like, what is going on? I gotta quit smoking. I've smoked so much. I've drank so much, and it's giving me bags under my eyes. Our darkest fears are actually our greatest opportunities to grow. And that's what I feel like is happening. We face our darkest fears, and then all of a sudden, the Ace of Cups shows up. And it's like funny how that happens, right? No, it's not funny. That's just life. That's just the universe. That's just the divine. So you need to think more about your darkest fears and the things that are like looming or hovering around you. I feel like there's like a different phases of this fear. You're entering a new phase of your relationship to this specific fear. And what areas of our life require more understanding? New vitality. This feels like the Ace of Wands. I'm pretty sure this is the Ace of Wands, and I just saw 22:22 on the clock. So yes, our connection to this influx of like fire that's coming in, the influx of physical, spiritual, and sexual energy that's coming in. We need to deepen our understanding of light, of the prism, of the rainbow, of the spectrums of things. Stop being so black and white, allowing us to navigate the gray, allowing ourselves to navigate like the in-between, the colors in between the things. I also feel like your relationship to creativity, you need more understanding in like how to like let yourself make music, let yourself make art. You don't have to be good at something in order to do it. You just need to listen to your spirit, and listen to your inner child, and let yourself create, let yourself play, let yourself be a novice. And that was the last of the questions that I had, and now I just want Spirit, what do you need to say to us for this full moon in Gemini happening on November 27th? What do you have to say? Rebuild. I feel like there's stuff interesting. There's stuff coming in through the crown chakra that you're needing to take to heart. There are downloads that are coming in. There are aha moments that are going to be coming in this full moon in Gemini that you need to take to heart, that you need to keep with you. There's stuff, I just heard, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And so there is some kind of like new insight that's coming in that's like, this is what this is. This is what I'm supposed to do with this. Our minds are being rebuilt. Our understanding is being rebuilt. Rebuild, nurture. Tell me that she don't look like she in Hawaii. That bitch is Polynesian. Rebuild, nurture. Rebuild your relationship to nature. Rebuild your relationship to your body. Rebuild your relationship to ascension and to expansion. The wings that are coming up. I feel like this like image of the sun behind her as well lets us know that there is something about ourselves that we know to be true that's being expanded upon. Some sort of like deep personal inner truth that I feel like is there's growth or exploration, there's light shining there. There is like instruction on how to rebuild, how to grow this thing. Because some new opportunity is going to come in. Something that feels like the world to you, something that is the world to you, something that is going to have you turning your back on the old cycle, the old world, the old way of being. Rebuild, nurture, opportunity beckons. And I feel like we're being shown, we're going to be given instructions. That's what's coming through the crown chakra. We're being given instructions on what needs to be healed and how to heal it. And it's like, and I feel like it's not what we're focusing on. It's like this thing that you think that you need to be healing, it's actually something else that's coming through. That's going to help you rebuild. Joy and stability. Healing begins. Solar plexus chakra, root base chakra. So joy and stability. So this new opportunity that's beckoning, it's bringing in joy, it's bringing in some kind of new relationships to stability, some new definition of stability. I feel like all of 2023, I spent so much time finding stability in my comfort zone, in my house, in the walls that I chose to, confine myself in. I chose to confine myself in. I like my definition of stability became my house versus my house, my temple, like my body, my organs are my squad, And I just feel like this new opportunity, I'm going to clarify that, but the new opportunity that beckons, it's funny, it's number 4. It is, and 4 is stability. There is some sort of new stability that's coming in. Oh, and that's a 4 as well. So yeah, I feel like there's a new foundation that's bringing in this this new access. It's like it opens the curtain. Like now I can, because I've healed this, because the chains have broken off, I can enter this new arena, this new house in my mind, this new room in my soul. I can access this thing, and a different kind of healing starts. A healing that starts with joy, and a healing that really shows you the blockages in your willpower that are at the root of it, some like profound fear. Fear of instability, fear of growth, of change, fear of how big you are, fear of your greatness. And on the bottom of the deck, dreams are coming true. A dream is a wish your heart makes. Let yourself make dreams. Let yourself make wishes. Let yourself imagine. Let yourself play in the theater of your mind. I mean it, y'all. Like, you can do anything. It's been coming up so much that, like, how the fuck did I get here? How the fuck did I accomplish this? How the fuck did... Like, it just, like, flew by. I feel like God gave me a vision, and I just, like, listened. I just paid attention to it, and I just did the things, and I was just, like, diligent about doing the things. And the reward, like, the turnaround. Y'all, the turnaround. And this isn't about, like, me and what I'm doing, what I'm experiencing. This is, like, solely just to, like... I feel like I'm on Reading Rainbow, but it's just like, you can do fucking anything. What do you want to do? Do you want to travel? Do you want to explore? Do you want to write that book? Do you want to like solve that equation? Do you want to contribute that, article? Do you want to contribute to this field? What is it that how can you leave the campsite better than it was when you arrived? How can we evolve our thinking into understanding by way of studying and being masterful with our mind, being masterful with the information that is available to us? And when you allow yourself to be masterful with the information that's available to you, you'll start asking different questions, better questions. And then the real ascension takes place. I wrote this a while ago, but I wrote somewhere ascension is my favorite sensation. The feeling of takeoff on a plane is my favorite sensation, bodily sensation. More than an orgasm, and I've had some good ones. But there's something about that sensation that feels like going to God, feels like godly, it feels divine. Whatever that sensation is, seek that out. Let yourself be hungry for that. Let yourself have that. You can do anything. You can have anything. I love you. We got this. We're going places. Not just me. You too.